It all began during World War II when the Nazis attacked what was then the Soviet Union. Inspired by the toughness and tenacity his people showed in the face of the devastating invasion, a young Soviet soldier created a rifle so resilient and reliable that it changed the face of modern warfare. In 1941, a Soviet tank corpsman named Mikhail Kalashnikov was wounded while fighting the Nazis at the Battle of Bryansk. He was taken to a hospital in which he heard fellow soldiers complaining about the Soviet rifles of the day. Determined to give them the edge they needed on the battlefield, he set out to create an assault rifle that combined all the best features of all the available guns of his time. The result was a prototype of what would eventually become the AK-47, a rifle so innovative, compact, reliable, and deadly that the Soviet Union initially kept everything about it highly classified, until it became the standard issue weapon of the Soviet Red Army in the early 50s. Today there are an estimated 100 million AK series rifles worldwide, and more than 30 countries are legally licensed to produce them. The AK-47 and the Kalashnikov rifles that followed it remain the most reliable and resilient assault rifles in the world, performing at nearly peak capacity in conditions where most other assault rifles simply fail. For his creation, Mikhail Kalashnikov was given numerous state awards and honors by the Soviet Union and by Russia after the fall of the former. His Avtomat Kalashnikova, as the AK series of rifles are collectively referred to in Russia, are still the most prized and coveted assault rifles in the world. His AK series of rifles continue to be used by the Russian Army and Special Forces. Mikhail Kalashnikov was a frequent and celebrated visitor to the SHOT Show in the US, where many knife makers sought to license his name for their product. In the end, only the German company Boker was granted rights to bear the name of Mikhail Timofeyevich Kalashnikov, the father of the AK-47. Kalashnikov died in 2013 in Russia, where he was given a hero's state funeral with full military honors, including a 21 AK salute. To pay tribute to Mikhail Kalashnikov, renowned German knife maker Dietmar Pohl has created a knife that pays homage to the AK-47 and the genius behind it. The Cocobolo wood inlays of the German-made Boker mimic the birch wood stock of the original AK-47, and the blade takes its shape from the original AKM Type 1 and 2 bayonets that accompanied the AK-47 in the Red Army. The black metallic finish mimics that of the original Russian AKs, and in the hands it feels solid and menacing, like the gun that inspired it. Mikhail Kalashnikov once said of his rifle, "It cries to be touched." We feel the same way about this knife. The Kalashnikov knife by Boker may be the next best thing to having an AK in your hands.